Morning, guys. This is Hina again, and I'm back with the next video. I do plan to make this one more of a preview of the last few months, boil it down to a few minutes, so that going forward we are more to update with the current scenario. So this is more like a look back of what has happened with the COVID, the unemployment, the business is suffering, individuals definitely, it's certainly unprecedented times. I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this are already aware of it, but I'm going to have a quick preview of what has been happening in terms of business and the tax situations. We will divulge more in details in the other videos, but this is more like catch all of everything. In terms of fighting the economy collapsing, the government, has come up with the PPP program, the EIDL, the grant and loan portion of it. There's a stimulus package involved, the stimulus payments, which I'm sure every one of you got. There's definitely, the unemployment benefit that everybody got, which in terms of either through your employer and for the first time in history, people who were otherwise Schedule C filers and not eligible were eligible for the payment so that we can all survive and pass through these turbulent times. Coming back to the scenarios, there's definitely the stimulus, the $1,200 individual, 24 married with $500 for each child for 3 kids maximum. I am sure there are some people who still have not received the EIDL. Majority have, but I personally also know a few that are still waiting on it. And I'm assuming that should be coming in soon. The Treasury did, instead of releasing the check, decided to do debit cards, which work as good as any card where your credit cards are accepted, or you can even withdraw money from ATM. So I'm assuming the ones who haven't received it, they should be looking out for those. From a business standpoint, of course, there has been the PPP, the big paycheck protection program for everyone. The biggest hurdle that the PPP seems to be facing is the unemployment payments that the employees are getting. So they're not wanting to, or for legit reason, they have somebody they have to take care of. Especially most of us have kids at home, so they really cannot leave them to come home. And so basically, even though the employment is there for them, they cannot go back, which means the employers cannot pay the employees from the PPP, which needs to be dispersed for it to become forgivable. Because of that, there have been companies that are resorting to the measures of returning it just because they cannot fulfill that program. To everyone's, let's say, for a sigh of relief, a bill just passed the House and is sitting in Senate, and hopefully it will pass today or hopefully soon. There seems to be a lot of bipartisan work going on behind it. The whole intent of that is to increase the current 8-week period to more like a 24-week, kind of almost goes till the end of the year, to utilize the PPP for the payroll, and also gives everybody relief in terms of the expenses, the 25% for the rent, the mortgage, the insurance and all that stuff. Increase that from 25 to more like 40%. It seems like a great relief to businesses because they have more time to actually slowly and steadily get back to the regular track. The other portion of it is EIDL. It's the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. It does have a grant portion to it, and I'm sure everybody's aware of $1,000 per employee, up to $10,000 for each business. As I said, it has a loan portion attached to it, which you do not have to take. But if you do decide to, it is a 3.75, more like it's a 30-year loan. So it works like a mortgage. It will show on your credit report. So keep that in mind. And has to be paid. This is not something that can be forgiven, but it doesn't have restrictions like the PPP, which is only the payroll, the mortgage, the interest, like we spoke earlier. This one is more like whatever you need to stay afloat. So if you think this is something you can utilize, be my guest. It certainly is going to be a lifesaver for a lot of those who just need that extra to stay afloat while we come back to normal times. Pretty much that's where we stand right now. I do plan to do another video to go in the details of all of these, but right now we'll just leave it at that and see how rest of the current economy unfolds, and the tax and the financial update. I will be there to present it to you. I hope you guys have a great day. Stay positive. And I thought it would be nice to leave everyone every time with a positive quote, just to keep, just like the ray of light at the end of the day. So I guess I chose this one from Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm really hoping this one, I did not kill the last name. But basically, it's pretty simple. Positivity always win. Always. Keep that in mind till we see you next time. Thank you.